to differentiate a rotator interval tear from a supraspinatus tendon tear. I even have problems pronouncing all these things. So what is your take on this here?
Yeah, so if you look at the anatomy, it's important to understand first where the rotator interval is actually. So the rotator interval is the area between the pink supraspinatus, SSP, it's on the top of the shoulder, and between the pink or red subscapularis there. Yes. So this zone in between, it's gray, blue, and green. This is the rotator interval, and the rotator interval contains a few anatomical structures, which is the long head of the biceps tendon, and this long head of the biceps tendon is wrapped around it is wrapped the coracohumeral ligament in green. So the biceps is yellow, and the green ligament around is stabilizing the biceps. And we can also see the SGHL, the superior glenohumeral ligament, and these structures are located in the rotator interval. So the rotator interval is really something different than the supraspinatus tendon. So these are two different anatomical regions. So if we go to the next slide, you can see the same rotator interval in cross section, in transverse or in the short axis view. So we can see the supraspinatus, the SSP on the left. We can see the subscapularis or the SSC on the right. And so these are the two tendons of the rotator cuff. And in between, we can see the LBT, the long head of the biceps tendon. And this one is again stabilized with the blue ligament, the dark blue ligament around it, and also with the light blue ligament, the SGHL, the superior glenohumeral ligament, right next to it. So how does that look in ultrasound? So that is this slide indeed. So here we can see the several structures. And although maybe this image is not the best image to show, in ultrasound, you really see the difference between supraspinatus on one side and the rotator interval on the other side. So the boundaries in this region are actually quite well defined, meaning that if you see a pathology in the supraspinatus, it's easy to how do you say it, to differentiate from a pathology in the rotator interval. If we go to the next slide, then in this image, and I can show you a little bit more about the anatomy. So first, the left image, we can see first the infraspinatus tendon, dark gray. And then in the middle is the supraspinatus in the light gray. And you can see that the infra and the supraspinatus, that they cross a little bit of fibers. So they have a crossing and they share fibers. This is the weakest spot in the supraspinatus actually. And a lot of tears and full thickness tears or large tears occur in this region. And this place, it can also happen in the other parts of the supraspinatus, but it definitely can, in many cases, it takes place in this transitional zone. And this transitional zone is 1.5 centimeters approximately, located more lateral from the rotator interval. So in most cases, you will see the rotator interval and a little bit more to the other side, 1.5 centimeters away from it. This is the weakest spot where you can see a lot of supraspinatus tears.